Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we celebrate what's good about Fresno and the whole valley. There's so many cool things going on that people just don't know about, and we're here to discover them and tell you about them. To that end, our next guest is Laura Gromis with the USGBC Central California, which I think means U.S. Green Building Council. Am I even close, Laura?
Yes, I'm the Executive Director of the U.S. Green Building Council, Central California, and we're right along there with you trying to work on building better buildings and communities right in the Central Valley.
Right. How do you do that?
Well, we are a nonprofit organization, and our work is mostly focused on education, advocacy, and networking opportunities. So we bring together people that are professionals or advocates working on green buildings and communities.
Now, we have a lot of building going on in Fresno all the time. Are you able to influence new developments or new buildings?
Well, that's a very good question. We are definitely in discussion with a lot of architects and engineers and developers on opportunities to push creating better buildings through green building codes. And we're always trying to make more impact.
And now are you advocating to, say, the city council, for example?
Yeah, in part, we're looking of connecting with the community to really increase green literacy so that people know what is out there, what can be done to increase the sustainability of our built environment. And we're definitely also in discussion with city council and the different city departments on how to do so.
Yeah, that's probably your biggest challenge is most of us can't even imagine what's out there. And you probably know a lot of what is out there.
That is true. That is true. Yes. And, you know, it's a question of bringing together a lot of partners, you know, bringing together the finances of making it possible as well, and having demand out there as well.
Demand would help a lot, wouldn't it?
That's true. Yes. Yeah. But we know that green buildings and communities are not only better for the environment, but also for our health. So there's a lot of solutions that can be implemented by following the goal of just creating something that is better and bigger than we've done before on a sustainable way.
Nice, nice. Now, what about solar? Does that fall into your area of interest?
Well, generally, yes. The creation of clean renewable energy is part of it. But if you just look at green buildings, the purpose is more to design a building that uses as little energy as possible. So from the narrow definition of green buildings, solar is not necessarily part of this.
Okay.
The goal would be just to have a high-performance building to begin with and make sure that any materials that go into building that building are green as well.
So a lot of it's about the design then.
Yes, yes. Building design and community design as well. As you know, the way we connect with each other is very important as well, and we have to make sure that by design there's options for all the transportation needs that we have. So that we reduce emissions and create healthier air and all these good things.
Okay, so there's a lot more into it than, like I said, you know about all these things that happen. The only thing I could think of was solar. But yeah, it's how you structure the community, how you construct the buildings. Those all go into it.
Yeah, definitely. How you maintain them, how you maintain your own house, how neighborhoods are maintained and designed. These all go into it. I guess we have to have more conversations, Mike, on this.
Yeah, I have a million questions for you, but and I want to have you back because I'm fascinated by this whole subject. But you have an event coming up to kind of help you promote awareness. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. So in 2016, we got involved in the discussion on how can we form a transformative climate community right here in Fresno. And you might have heard about the Transform Fresno process that is working on improving downtown Fresno, Chinatown, and Southwest Fresno. And as part of the program, we've been advocating for the inclusion of active transportation. That means safe streets for people to walk and bike on. And so we are working on our Bike Safe Fresno program. We started off earlier this year with the Green Apple video competition, and we asked for video submissions on PSA videos related to active transportation. I sent you a link. Are we able to show one of the videos that got submitted?
We're going to see if we can set that up right now as we're talking. Now, was it a competition?
Yes, it was a competition for students and professionals to send in videos on active transportation. We got a lot of great submissions. You can see some of the winners on our website, uscbccc.org. And if we can show one of the videos that just talks about the benefits and joys of biking, that would be great.
Okay.
Ride your bike to de-stress from the day, to clear your mind's traffic as you make your way. Take a deep breath. Follow the road. Join the bike path. Weave your bike adventure and relax. Breathe in excitement. Ride your bike to keep your head clear. Follow the wind, and you'll see where you steer. Breathe the fresh air. Ride your bike. It's good for your heart, your mind. Hit the road. You never know what you may find. Ride your bike to the end of the road and unwind.
Wow, what a great video. Now, that's the winning video from the competition?
Yeah, that's one of our winning videos from the competition. It actually made second place in our professional category, but we just love how it just shows the joy of riding and the health aspect of it. Usually, you know, sometimes we talk about bike riding as, you know, a way how you can reduce emissions, but it's just so much more, and it provides so much joy and, you know, healthy activity for all. So that was part of the earlier part of our program. And starting next week, starting on Saturday, we'll have 2 virtual bicycle education events. The first one is going to focus on just bike basics and maintenance. If you want to bike more, what do you have to do? What kind of bike do you pick? And what are kind of the little tips and tricks that you can use to make sure that it performs well? And in the second one on Saturday, the 24th of October, we're going to talk about riding on the road in Fresno. We're also going to have somebody from Public Works that's going to talk to us about all the infrastructure improvements through the Transform Fresno project.
Yeah. Now, I see people riding that I could tell are going to work or they're going, they know where they're going, but they seem to know some inside information about how to maneuver through Fresno, and maybe we could pick up on some of that through one of your virtual events there. I've seen people get pulled. I've seen people get pulled over for riding on the wrong side of the street and things like that. You know, so I'd imagine there's some established pathways and stuff that we could use to more efficiently get to where we're going. But some of us don't know those.
That's true. Yes, bike riders, they still have to follow the rules of the road to stay safe for themselves and not get into an accident. Yes, we'll talk about those rules of the road, best practices, and we'll have a couple of speakers that most exclusively ride their bike around Fresno. So While some people think, how can you get around without a car in this city? It is definitely possible. And so we want to highlight those that do it and join into a discussion with those that are interested in it as well.
Yeah, I can tell you this about downtown Fresno, is I've seen people move faster on their bicycle and more efficiently than in the car. So it's possible. You just need to know how to do it.
Exactly. And we need more safe bicycle infrastructure. So that's part of our program, to engage in the conversation with the city on creating more safer bike ways. And actually tonight is a discussion with Councilmember Soria and Aria on creating a safe bikeway on from the Tower District to the San Joaquin River. So for those that are interested in biking, that conversation not to be missed.
Just right out Palm Avenue, huh?
That's right, Palm Avenue. Right. You can find more information about that on our website, as well as the whole Bike Safe Fresno program that we are working on.
Now, the website is usgbcc3cs.org. And we have it on our screen so our viewers can see it. But if you're watching and you didn't write it down or something, call us here at Central Valley Talk. We'll give you that website. So if somebody wants to get involved with you guys, to support you, to get involved in these virtual events you're having, they can find out about those on the website?
Yes, definitely. Check out our website. We have a bunch of information there on green buildings, active transportation, upcoming events. And there's also a link to sign up for our email list, so you can always be updated on the newest things that are happening with the Green Building Council Central California.
Laura Gromis is the Executive Director of the USGBC Central California. Any last thoughts for our viewers?
Those that are involved in the discussion on green buildings and green communities seem all to have a lot of fun trying to do their best. So if you're on your way, there's a lot of people working towards the same goal. And if you have not jumped on the bandwagon, check it out and look at what's out there.
All righty. Thank you, Laura Gromis. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.